Alrighty, welcome back. This is Aussie Gamer 17, and this is my 100% walkthrough for Metro Exodus. Now, I just want to get something out of the way. If you're looking for a Let's Play, a blind playthrough, you are not looking in the right place. That's not what this is. If you're looking for someone to bumble and stumble and try and find their way through the game, you're not going to find that here either. What we've got here is a full guide on how to play the game, how to get all of the achievements, how to find all of the collectibles. I have practiced the game, I have played it and played it and played it, and I'm trying to show you what I think is the best way through the game. So if that sounds like something you're into, then stay tuned and let's do this. Now, also, if that is something you're into, please also consider supporting me over at Patreon, where you can become a member of Aussie's Army for just $1. There's a link to my Patreon page in the description below, and it's the only way I can continue to make guides like this is the financial support that I hope to receive there. So please check it out. Okay, enough about the plugs. This game is awesome, guys. I am so pumped to be bringing this guide. I played this over on my Twitch channel. Oh, I just said enough plugs, but I do have a Twitch channel, so make sure you go and follow me there as well. And I played this over on Twitch, and I was playing the game and I realized it's a lot deeper than I thought it would be. There is a lot of stuff to this game if you look hard enough. Thankfully, if you're watching this guide, I've done all that looking hard for you, and we are going to show you where to go, what to do, what to pick up, where the loot is, where the collectibles are, and of course, as I mentioned, the achievements. Alright, enough rambling, let's get into the game. Alright, now in order to get all of the achievements, we're going to have to play through the game a total of 3 times. We're going to start the game. You can start the game actually on the easiest difficulty, but I didn't want to do that. We're going to play through our first playthrough on normal, but you could do this on easy, or there is a difficulty even easier than easy, because none of the achievements we're going to get for this run are based on difficulty at all. So choose whichever difficulty you like. This first playthrough is going to be our long, what I like to call the 100% playthrough. We're going to be picking up all of the collectibles, all of the diary pages, all of the postcards, and all of our weapons and suit upgrades and all that sort of stuff, and all of the miscellaneous achievements that we can get our hands on in this first playthrough. But once again, do pick any difficulty you like. There is an achievement for beating the game on the Ranger Hardcore mode, but we're going to be talking about that a lot later in the walkthrough. So for now, we're just going to pick the difficulty that suits our playstyle for now. And something that makes it a little bit easier to go around and pick up all of the collectibles and bits and pieces. So here we are. I'm just going to select normal, but you can, like I said, have a look at the other difficulties. It's up to you.
I remember life before the war. I remember that we used to be different. Used to live up there, on the surface. We used to be the masters of the whole world. We built gigantic cities of glass and steel. We crossed the oceans at will. And we also conquered the skies. There used to be 7 billion of us. We were not born for life in the tunnels. I was born to breathe fresh air, and I remember it. The 7 billion were wiped out by the last war. Only 50,000 managed to survive underground, with the surface poisoned, burned, and teeming with horrible monsters. One day the radiation on the surface might subside, and our grandchildren or their grandchildren might be able to return there. At least that's what my brothers in arms from the Order believe. Basically, there was no hope for us right off the start. Still, we humans are just too bad at surrendering. We tried to make the best of what we had, banded together, and worked to make the Metro our new home. After all, it might well be the only place left on Earth for humans to live. For a time, we thought we could make it. But, regrettably, the war didn't kill our bad habits. In the relative safety of the tunnels, corruption festered. And when danger came from above the ground, only a few of us stood against it, our numbers dwindling by the day. But I remember we were born for a better life, and I can't accept that I'm destined to grow old and die underground. I don't care if I'm called an idiot. But if even a single shard of the old world still exists out there, I have to find it. Between endless years of hopeless existence and even a single moment of hope, I must choose hope. I must find that signal.
Okay, I'm back, guys. Now, I will be leaving in all the cutscenes and dialogue and things like that and enjoying the story as much as we can in this first playthrough. When we get to subsequent playthroughs, I'll be skipping as much as I can as well. Alright, once you're in control, just head down the first corridor, up to this first door, open the door. There's no loot or anything like that we can grab. So we're just going to get through this first section as easily as we can. Now the game's telling us there to get out our cigarette lighter, hold LB and then push X if you're playing on Xbox, and get rid of the spider webs and get all the creepy crawlies off us. Make a left and head down here, and then we're going to head right through this door. And we're going to get our first pickup. Just got some ammo up here next to this skeleton slash... what would you call that body? Anyway, let's pick up the shotgun rounds. There we go. Yum, yum, yum. As I like to call it. Alright, now just press the A button to climb into the train. Head to our right or down the train carriage. I'm just going to get my cigarette lighter out again. There should be some webs in our way along here. You can push through them. They just slow you down if you don't get your lighter out. It's no big deal. But I do want to get as immersed as we can into this playthrough, so Gonna do things. Now those green things there later on in the game, that's actually loot that we don't want to miss out on. I find it hard coming back and playing the start of the game and not being able to pick that stuff up. Because later on you want to pick up as many of them as you can. Alright, heading through here. Once again, we can go straight to the door in front of us. There's nothing to look at or grab out here. Ignore the green mushrooms again. Alright, get rid of some more spider webs. Ah! Okay, mash the X button when that happens. I didn't want to tell you about it before it. I wanted it to be a surprise if you're watching this for the first time. That shot is automatic. You don't control. You're not controlling him when we shoot that beast there. Now, what you want to do is you head down this way. Stop right here, and let's get a little headshot on what is called a Watchman. And now we're going to grab our first collectible as I just reload. After you've taken out that first enemy, head around here, and on this desk here is diary number 1, half-torn notebook. Hold X to pick that up, and I'll give you guys a quick look at it. I'm not going to read through all of these, so you're going to have to pause the video if you do want to see all of that. Hopefully I gave you enough time there. Alright, now there's some ammo, some shotgun ammo on this desk as well. And when we turn around, we're going to have 2 more enemies to get rid of. 2 more watchmen. They're going to come from the left, and we're going to take them out nice and easy. Alright, there's the first one. Stops nicely for us. Oh, I think I missed that first shot. Doesn't matter if you use too many ring-uns here. Ammo is not an issue at this stage of the game, but it will be later. Alright, now we need to make a run for that door over there. Do not stop once you leave this train carriage. Just run for the door. Run, 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 run. And now we'll get a nice cutscene. Hold on.
Stay with us.
They're coming back. Attention, people. Oh, look, it's the hero.
Margo, move! It's nighttime at the station.
Don't worry. I told you.
I got it. Open up. Go!
Looks like Artyom's been on another one of his mad trips up top.
Hey, Duke, wait a minute. Where to now?
Left, across the square. Hey, Damir, do you think the Colonel knows what Artyom been up to here?
How am I supposed to know? Ask him yourself. He radioed from the rig, said he'd be here tomorrow. Hey, you! Leave him alone!
I killed him myself with my snapshot. Let him learn to stand up for himself. How else can he hope to survive in the metro?
Rise and shine, people!
Hang in there, Artyom. You're gonna get a fresh dose of Spartan blood now.
Artyom, are you awake? It's okay. The doctor said you'll be fine. Are you trying to kill me with worry? What if next time you don't return from the surface? There's no one out there, Artyom. No one to find, no one to talk to. If there was, don't you think they'd be here already? We've talked about this again and again. You have to accept it. There's only us.
Colonel. Hello, Alex. There you are, you stubborn fool. How many times are we going to have this conversation? I don't care if you kill yourself over this silly dream of yours, but don't you see what you're doing to my daughter? Your wife?
Dad, please.
The Order is short on men after the battle for D6, but you leave. People need you, and you pursue your selfish obsession. But now this shit has to stop. There's only Metro, nothing else. And the Order is here to defend it. Because if not us, then who? You look fine to me. So, get ready to go. Then, we'll discuss your transfer to Polis. Come, we need to talk.
I'll get the doctor. Artyom, please, promise me this was the last time. I'll see you later.
Artyom, we managed to bring you back from the brink, but people are giving you their blood, which could save so many wounded, and you keep bringing it back irradiated. Don't you think that is unfair? Let me put it this way. I can't promise I'll be able to bring you back next time.
There won't be a next time, buddy. We're not coming back. Alright, here we are. We finally get our control back. And we're going to pick up diary number 2. So collectible number 2, patient file. Right here on the desk. As soon as we grab control, make sure you grab that. Open that up and pause the video if you want to have a read of that. And now we're going to go pick up collectible number 3. We're going to get our first postcard. So head past these two. Don't worry about them. Nothing that way. Yeah, they want to have a chat to us.
Even if you find someone else out there, they probably have their own troubles.
Yep, good to know, fellas. Alright, now before we go through that door to continue the mission, we want to grab the postcard here. There are a total of 21 postcards and 70 diary entries that we need to find throughout the game. And also 13 suit upgrades for Artyom's suit. If you play on very easy, I believe you start with one of those upgrades and only need to find 12 of them. But I'm going to show you where they all are anyway.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Artyom, you're all right. You gave us a scare, brother. Artyom, how are you, friend? I see you're all right. This calls for a celebration.
Artyom. A few more scars and you will be completely irresistible to any woman. Speaking of which, how
you're
are
a
the nurses in the
usual
hospital,
Guys,
huh?
could you just stop crowding him?
Welcome back, Artyom.
Привет, Artyom.
All right, you're all dismissed. I give you 2 hours, people.
Oh, it's official. I knew it. So I brought something.
And here we go again.
Please, let's not repeat the last
Hold
time.
on, Artyom.
Alright, we're about to get control back again. After this little scene with Anna.
And? More of nothing? Artyom, the only thing I can hear is that Geiger counter ticking.
Anna's a bit of a whinger. I'm a bit sick of her. It might be because I've listened to a lot of this so many
And
times,
there's
though.
also those damn things.
Yeah, that
Calling all the time.
flying enemy is called a
Let's go
demon.
home, dear, please.
Why would you want to go home into
Don't
the
you think
subway
I'd
when we
also
can stay
want
out
to
here?
live on an ocean beach or in a green forest? But what good are these fantasies in a silent world? Silent, Artyom? Because it's dead.
Aw, cry me a river, Anna. We'll show her. Alright, here we go.
We took our time. Time to replace our filters.
Now, for now, it doesn't really matter
We don't need
using our air filters, so we'll just replace it because the game's telling us to. But what you'll notice is, as Anna still blabs on.
If he learns we've been to a Hansa off-limit zone.
Quiet, Anna, I'm trying to do a walkthrough here. We're about to go find postcard number 2. So follow Anna until we go down this first flight of stairs. She's going to go further down. Don't follow her down. Don't go down there. We are going to go this way to get postcard number 2 on the far wall over there. You can just see it now. What I was saying about the air filters is the game is going to warn us when we've got 1 minute of air left and tell us to change our air filter. You'll notice that I like to wait a little bit longer and use that last minute rather than waste it. Alright, so there's postcard number 2, and that's the final postcard in our first level of Moscow. Now we're going to get diary number 3. Head into the very next room, and over here on this little box or whatever it is Dusty Diary. Diary number 3. So once again, pause the video if you want to have a read. I do find it hard to scroll those to the right point so that you can read them, but hopefully it works out. Alright, now we can go down the stairs in the direction that Anna went, and we're going to squeeze through this gap here. And once again, we're going to follow Anna. We're just going to slide down here.
Maybe you should come back to the order. We'll move to Polis. Dad says he'll
And we're going
arrange
to
a
press
flat
B
for us.
to crouch under here.
Because if not us, then who? A flat with a kitchen and a shower. Let's go in turns here. It's not stable enough.
Believe it or not, I have tested it. You can walk straight directly behind her. It doesn't break or fall, but yeah, I'm, like I said, trying to be immersed in this. Okay, now, in this next room, there's going to be a bit of a watchman ambush. What you want to do is, as soon as we go into the room, we're going to head to our back left corner, run straight over here, and then we're going to crouch under some debris over here. And the enemies actually don't even see us here. You can grab this first one that tries to come up behind us. Tried to backdoor us, didn't you, buddy? Bad luck. Alright, now that is actually our first kill with the Kalash assault rifle. I forgot to mention earlier that there is an achievement for getting a kill with each of the 10 different guns. And before I say more about that, let's just grab diary number 4 before I forget. So there's the 1 minute warning that we're running out of air as well. On this body here, I'll turn my torch on in a second so that you can see better, but there's a body here holding some sort of book, and that's diary number 4, the shopping list. There we go. It was in his hands. Alright, and now we can continue on and follow Anna. I just want to show you that diary entry though as well. Yeah, and we got a kill in the first little section with the Shambler shotgun. So we've got 2 kills with 2 different weapons now. The Shambler shotgun and the Kalash assault rifle. And I'll try and point out each of the 10 guns as we get them through the game. It's actually going to seem like we get way more than 10 guns. But that's only because there's so many different attachments for each gun. You can modify all of your guns, and I'll show you all about that as we do it throughout the walkthrough. Heading on board this train, don't follow Anna, turn to your right. We're going to get diary number 5, Shura's note. Make sure you pick that up. And when you're in the list there, it does let you know how many collectibles are in your current level as well.
Hear that? It's a pack. Just what we need.
You can see in the distance it's a pack of watchmen. We'll get a closer look at them in just a second.
A draw. We're lucky the mutants hate each other as much as they hate us.
And there's a demon there that was killed by some watchmen, and
I really don't get why
it killed them in turn by the looks of it.
The radiation and beasts are nothing special.
Alright, once you're through to this little open area, run over to the bus over here and just take some cover behind the side of the bus here.
The pack is here.
And all the watchmen are going to run past, and we're not going to have to get into combat.
Wait it out.
Ammo preservation is very important in this game, so when we can avoid fights like that, we're going to. But don't worry, we're still going to have plenty of fun, plenty of combat, and things to do.
Is this why the zone is off limits?
But another thing to consider for this playthrough, there are 2 different endings in the game and a few different things that happen in different levels depending on how you play, and there's a karma system. And for this particular playthrough, we are going to be going for the good ending and the good karma. So whenever there's some sort of moral choice, we are going to be going for the good option, if you know what I mean. When we get to the Ranger Hardcore playthrough, we are going to be doing the opposite. Alright, just something to keep in mind as we play through the game.
Hey, Artyom, help me get out there.
So there's a lot to take in at this early stage, but I want to make sure that I'm letting you all know the plan ahead. This really is just a mini cutscene. You don't have to push any buttons to do this.
I got you. Did you hear that, Artyom? Something large, right? At least it was far away. Now that's what I call a blizzard. Can't see a thing. Or hear. Let's switch to radios.
I can see alright, but anyway. Just continue to follow Anna for now.
Are you seeing this? I'm not just imagining things, right?
What are you seeing? Oh, it's a train. Another demon up there.
A train! A damn train on the
A twain!
surface. Where?
I thought I tore a twain. If you listen to that again, I swear she says it like that. Twain. Like my 4-year-old daughter.
What do we do, Artyom? Should we catch up with it?
Yeah, run. I'm sure you could catch it.
Look! It's our guys from the Order. Looks like they're chasing that train too. Let's join them.
Do we have to?
Come on, get inside!
How did you guys get here? Did you see that thing out there?
Alright, she's waiting for you to hop on board.
Get in!
Alright, we're getting in. Come on, Aussie, get in. I know you don't want to. It's just because I know what's about to happen. Ow! Alright, we'll just watch this little scene here.
You should have checked first, assholes. Artyom, thank God. These people, they're Hansa, not the Order. Assholes. They did a number on you. Well, Dad will rip them a new one for that.
What's going on in this Moscow of yours anyways?
Of yours? You're putting this like you're not from here.
We aren't. Our village is about 200 kilometers from here.
What village? You're not from Moscow?
Just a regular village. We came here to find the boy's father. Left for Moscow about a year ago and never came back. But then we got caught by these here.
You mean there's life outside?
Why wouldn't there be any? Sure, there are lots of bad places and lots of beasts around, but we still get by.
Artyom, you're right. People really do live out there. We didn't know. We thought we were the only survivors. God, we'll tell the whole metro about this.
Poor Anna, she's been so naive.
The heck and the boy out!
Hey, you people drove us halfway to nowhere.
They can handle it!
At least give them their masks back.
Uh-oh. Didn't think this one through, did you, Artyom? Uh-oh. Ah! Now, when oh, jeez. Yeah, it's a bad state of affairs. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, oh no, we're killed off. The prologue's done and we're going to be a new character for the rest of the game. And I was quite disappointed because I've played all the Metro games and I've grown to like Artyom. But no, we survived. A little bit more on how we survived a little bit later, or how we managed to survive that. First things first, we're not in control here. We're just going to grab a gas mask before we die. Oh boy, that would... oh, I can just imagine the stench in this death pool. Ew. Alright, now we do have control. And we're going to start by heading forward. Don't have any of our weapons or anything anymore. And we are going to crawl under these logs. Such a cool atmosphere, this game. And as luck would have it, we're going to just come across a couple of med kits just sitting right in front of us. Very, very handy. Push up on the D-pad to use one of the med kits right away. And now we're going to go for diary number 6, crumpled letter. Head pretty much straight ahead and you'll see a body over here. Straight in front of us, holding something in there. Well, I was going to say in their hands, but not really. Just there in front of the body is crumpled letter. Pause the video if you want to have a read of that. And then turn to our left and head over this way. There's no other loot to pick up along here, not that I could find. You can press LB to wipe the mask clear. If it gets too wet or you get blood on it and stuff like that. Another note, as we climb up here, we're going to head inside this pipe over here. When you don't need to wear the mask, it's a good idea to take the mask off. Because if you're in combat and stuff like that, your mask can get damaged. And if it gets too damaged, you're going to die in certain sections where you need the mask to be able to breathe. Alright, so just crawl through the pipe all the way until you get to this opening. And then Artyom's going to automatically drop down into the hole. And off comes the mask. And we get control back, and we're just going to head out this door here. Take a left, and turn right and go up the stairs. Do not go through the door, but take this ladder on the left. You can't get through the door anyway. And at the top of the ladder, we're going to take a right.
Attention! The turntable.
There's enemies and stuff going on, movement going on above us. Once you get to here, near the train turntable up there, we're going to take a left. And then take another left. And when we get to this part, we're going to take a right. There's an enemy up there. And we'll just get another little mini cutscene here.
If you don't shut up.
Now listen, if you come out of here, we won't accept this shit again. Okay?
Animals. How can they? What can I do? Watchman!
Whoa, 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 don't hit. I'm a human.
A human?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a human. Am I that ugly?
Oh my god.
Artyom must be really badly, you know, scarred if he didn't know for a while that we were even human. So this is our new friend Yermak. I like Yermak. Alright, make sure you pick up the med kits here. Or med kit.
They took the girl to the base chief for interrogation. I can't take you to the main entrance. Too many guards. But we may sneak in from the back.
Another thing about me, guys, if you don't already know, I'm what I like to call a loot goblin. I love loot. So, if anything, we are going to be picking up more than what we need. But that doesn't mean that I know where absolutely all of the loot is. I may end up missing something, but don't worry if I miss something. Sorry, I'm talking over this dialogue, actually. He's just telling us to sneak over to this light switch over here and turn all the lights off. So head over here and turn them off. But yeah, it doesn't matter if I do miss... I'm not going to miss anything important, and we're going to end the game with more than enough resources. We are going to have enough. At times it might be a little bit of a challenge, but we definitely have a good time with it, so don't worry. I do love to get as much loot as I can, though. Alright, stay crouched and stay along the wall here to our right, as close to the wall as we can, and we're going to go up the ladder at the end, staying in the dark so that we can't be seen by those patrolling soldiers. And then head through this air conditioning vent or whatever it might be, and we're going to stay crawling underneath this vent here. We're going to crawl under here, and there's Yermak underneath us.
Can you do it quietly?
Can we take down this guy quietly? Let's see about that. I think we should be able to manage. Now, I'm going to have to push the X button to take out this guy, and then you also want to quickly push X on the light that we can see there on the other side of him. We need to turn the light out as quickly as we can so that no one can see us. Yermak reminding us there. Alright, and I was just checking that body for loot, but there's no loot yet. Unfortunately, we can't loot bodies just yet. Alright, head through the door and pick up these cans here. You can't quite see him, but over on the other side of Yermak, across the way, there's a soldier who keeps looking at the door here that we want to go through. Throw the can. I usually find if it bounces off the end of this platform and then onto the ground, it's the best way to do it. And that soldier over there will turn around and we can get through the door. And now we're going to crawl through this vent as well. Thanks, Yermak. We'll see you in a little bit. Crawl through to the end. Artyom will automatically remove this covering here and hop out. And I can hear Anna still running her mouth. She never shuts up. And we interact with the door and let this little scene play out. Artyom, don't stop. He's not knocked out. He's just playing possum. Careful. No, no, no. To your right, Artyom.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine. Watch out. Watch out. Look right. Look right. I told you. Hey. Don't you call her that. Yeah, cop that. Should have shot him. Alright. This little scene's going to play out, but I have to talk over it quickly because we need to grab a collectible diary number 7, official note. It's just on the counter right behind him, right there.
What?
Just make sure you grab it while he's yabbering away. Don't want to miss it. Just trying to get the prompt there. Alright, you can have a quick read of that if you want to pause the video. And he was just explaining that this whole base is like a radio jamming station. And the whole world is going on, still in war, apparently. Post-apocalyptic sort of thing.
It's not just Russia out there. It's the whole world.
It reminds me of Fallout, this a little bit.
What for?
Because the war is still going on, and you behave like fucking kids. Hello!
Still should have shot him.
All the guards will be here soon.
You can't pick up that gun for some reason.
Artyom?
It's Yermak, he's with us.
You have to run.
Is this yours?
It is now, Yermak.
Sitting there.
Thank you very
We must
much.
get out before they recover.
Now, that gun is in the game, it's just called the Revolver. And that is one of the 10 guns. Yeah, you can see the door through the window there that we need to make our way to.
Let's go.
More on that in just a second.
The train engineer. Run now. Just get to the hangar, then God willing, I'll get you out of here.
I like Yermak.
So I'll get there easily.
Why are you helping us, Andrei Ivanovich?
I had... I guess I'll tell you later. I hope. Be careful.
I love the story in this game too, though, guys. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so one of the 10 guns that we need to get a kill with.
Give me a boost.
We both need to go to the same place, but for some reason we're splitting up.
Don't forget your visibility gauge, Artyom.
So that's that little light on our wrist. If it lights up, it means we are visible to enemies. Thanks for the hint, Anna. Don't turn our flashlight on because the enemies will see it. Now we're going to sneak our way around to that door. Start by crouching and going down these stairs and heading over to these boxes over here. There are some air filters on the ground to my right, but we don't need them. The game won't let us... there they are. We can't pick them up yet because we're completely full. Now don't wait here like I nearly did. I forgot that we have to head across to where that big tire is and hide behind these crates here. Wait for these two to go past. And then we're going to sneak over behind the barrels over on the other side. And on the way past, we're going to pick up a throwing knife. And then creep along this side, sticking to the left wall. And then up this little ramp. And we're going to climb up here. And we're going to do a takedown on this guy with the X button, not the Y button. We do not want to kill when we don't need to. When we've got the choice, we have to knock enemies out, and that's to keep our karma. Keep our good karma, I suppose. Alright, loot him. Make sure you turn the light off as soon as you've done the takedown. Because the other guys that were down there turn around and look back here, and they will see us if we don't turn the light off. And we're going to switch all these lights off as well. I'm not sure if I showed you, but I picked up some replacement cans as well. You can only carry 5 of them, but if you pick some up and you've already got 5, it just turns it into crafting parts that we need for things later on. Okay, so climbing up here and then onto these pipes. Just follow the path that I take and no one will see us. And we're going to jump across to these other pipes down there. There's our 1-minute warning for our air filter. And then just stick to the wall on the left. Stay on the pipes. And as you can see, our wrist light, indicator light, has not lit up. We are still in the dark. And as long as that guy over there... Oops, I need to get on top of these barrels. As long as he's over there walking off the other way, he won't see us. And we can get in the door. Alright, another med kit on the table. And what you can see there is the orange part on that gun means that it's got a part that we might need. So, and take off your mask. So hold the B button. Whenever you see a gun on the floor, if you've already got the same type of gun, you've got an option. You can push X and hold X to pick the gun up. Or you can hold B to take any of the parts off the gun and the ammo from the gun as well. So X will just swap guns. B will just take all the parts and the ammo from the gun on the ground or on the table in this case. So anyway, they're both the same type of gun. They had little different attachments to them, but now we've got all of the different attachments. And we're going to pick up a diary number 8 on the desk here. It's called Memo. So make sure you grab that before moving on. Once again, I'll try and scroll that properly for you. We're going to grab some loot from the lockers here. Got some more ammo. And we've got, put that low. You don't need to turn that light out, but pick up the throwing knives. And now we're going to head through this door. Make sure you crouch and stay in stealth mode here. And turn to your right. We're going to follow that enemy that just went down the ladder. Now turn this light out as well, so that we can get down the ladder, just in case that guy turns around. Alright, the enemy that went down the ladder, he is actually going off to our right, but we're going to go left. And head towards this light down here. There's another enemy. And we're going to do a takedown on him. Once again, pushing the X button.
Gotta tell maintenance.
Make sure we don't do any kills once again. And we're going to grab his loot. So loot the body and loot the weapon. There's 2 different things you have to loot usually when you do a takedown. And we'll turn out this light as we creep through here. We're going to head in a clockwise direction all the way around the edge here until we find a ladder that's just over there somewhere. And I'm not sure if you picked up on it, but Anna radioed and said that they've caught Yermak, so we're going to go save him.
Redeploy to the wind turbine zone.
Aha, you can sneak ahead. No need to play heroes for a change. Let's wait till they walk off.
I repeat, Group D redeploy to the wind turbine zone immediately. Group B is under heavy attack from Watchmen.
At the top of the ladder, turn to our right, and we just need to make sure this guy's not looking. That's guarding Yermak, and I almost got spotted there. Needed to look from cover. And as soon as we can, sneak around, take him out, loot him, try and loot his gun here if I get a chance to. Also didn't really need to about the fire. I didn't loot the gun yet, but we'll loot that after this little scene as we rescue our friend Yermak. No idea how Anna made her way on top of the train.
They'll be back. I'll go to the engine. It should be ready now. You go up there and switch the turntable mechanism on.
And as soon as I've got control, I'm going to quickly loot this weapon. And now we're going to get into our first real shootout where it's not going to matter if we kill these enemies. They're shooting at us, so they deserve it. Let's grab some ammo and some other loot off this table before we go and get involved in this shootout. And we're going to get our first kill with the revolver here. So we're going to be up to 3 out of 10 weapon kills already. Alright, make sure you get at least 1 kill here. There we go. This is not my favourite gun to use, that's for sure. It doesn't even automatically reload. That's what happened there. I was out of... had to reload it manually. Now, you can actually sit back and let Anna do most of these kills too if you wanted to. And you may want to if you're playing on a harder difficulty as well. You can see there we tried to loot, but everything was red on our screen. And that means that we are full. We've got all of our goodies. We can't pick up any more of those particular items. Just going to check these lockers here. But we are, apart from our revolver ammo, there's not much that we can pick up from these guys. Okay, now the game is not going to progress until we flick the switch over this way, as I just try and loot these bodies as well. So as soon as we flick that, there's going to be another shootout. What you want to do, as soon as you flick that switch, is we want to shoot one of these barrels until it looks like it's about to explode, and then we're going to hide in this corner here and wait for it to explode. That is literally all we need to do. So flick the switch, get some cover, shoot one of the barrels just until it's got a few holes in it. As you can see there, it's going to eventually explode. It does take a little while. Replace our ammo that we just used on the barrel. And I'm not even sure if you actually have to shoot one of those barrels. I just like to do it. Not sure if it speeds up the whole process or not. But you can just literally sit here and wait until there's a little mini cutscene is all I'll say. I'm just getting a little bit impatient, just checking the barrel. It definitely looks okay. Let's just try and speed it up a bit. Replace our ammo again. I also forgot there's a med kit on the counter next to the switch, but I think we've got all of our med kits full anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm still a bit impatient, but it's going to blow soon. There we go. And just wait a second. And there we are.
That was intense. Are you okay?
I'm fine. What about you? Don't do what I did there. Once you've got control, you want to probably either shoot or get some cover. I think I got hit there a little bit, but it won't matter. Just, Anna will take out most of the enemies if you let her. That's another thing to take note of in this game. There's no like XP or anything for getting kills, so you know how we avoid enemies and stuff like that when we can. There's no benefit to getting the kills yourself, so there's a few enemies that are coming through this steam, this smoke here. You can take them out and then head over to this, I guess, wheel or whatever it is, and there'll be another little cutscene.
Just a little. Yes. Run! Kill them! Come on! Yes!
Come here, quick! You're going to run the gate!
You should put the mast on. The seals might be damaged.
We did it! Yeah!
We apprehended the engineer with 2 accomplices. Over. Roger that, base. Over. All right, shoot these 2. And as for the engineer...
What do you mean, shoot these 2?
Don't you dare give me lip, soldier.
Yeah, the Colonel will give you a piece of his mind now. Colonel, sir, we have a situation here. Anna!
Dad! Guys! It's us! Help us!
What the hell?
Artyom, what are you doing here? Talk about surprise.
Colonel, this will mean court-martial for all of you.
All right, everyone, shut up! I can't believe this. Just can't. Shit!
So this is true? You're working for them? The bastards shot Artyom!
Be quiet! How did you end up here? It doesn't matter. You have no idea what you just stuck your heads in. We've no moves left. Hansa can't take this line down.
No shit,
the Watchers
Sherlock.
won't let
No, I won't be quiet! What is this jammer for? Why are they hiding the fact that Moscow didn't survive alone? There, in the ravine, there are people from other cities, dead! All of them,
Everyone shut
women,
up!
children!
I'll tell you all later. Everything. Gramps, what's going on out there? Down this road?
The road is fine, at least until the 100-click mark.
Is there a safe place to stop nearby?
Of course. We have to make haste though. They called the cruiser.
All right, gentlemen. Artyom and Anna have just made a huge mess, and they can't go back to Moscow now. The wartime legislation dictates they be killed. In any case, I have to get them out of town until it all blows over. But you all should stay. Hear me, Major? My people are in no way related to
It's not my
this
call, and you know it.
misunderstanding at the
I'll
jam.
fight for the guys no matter what.
Of course.
Artyom, Anna, they are
The
with us.
order leaves no one behind.
All right, Spartans. Throw these overboard and full steam ahead.
Come with me, Artyom. Let's catch the mayor. I'm so glad the boys supported us. It looks like my father didn't say a word to them about this either. We spent 20 years in Metro, thinking the rest of the world was burnt to a crisp in the war. But they just circled Moscow with those jammers, and we were none the wiser. How perfect of them! While you were getting irradiated on the surface, my father just kept lying. Lying to you, to me, to everyone, the whole fucking world, and not even batting an eye.
Stop the engine immediately and come out with your hands above your head. That was just a warning. If you do not comply, we will shoot to kill.
Fuck me, that's some armor. And look at all the machine guns. Happy now? Is this what you were hoping for?
How is this his fault? You knew everything and never said
Shit!
Stop the engine immediately.
Oh, fuck! Are you okay? Yeah, just a scratch. Okay, stop it. But I must warn you, our brakes are not in great condition. Yermak, start slowing down. Let them think we are surrendering.
Ah, finally some good sense. Now, keep braking to a stop.
Well, grenades will barely scratch their paint, so... How about from the inside? Not enough explosives. Unless we put everything we have in their firebox. Please, let me do it, Colonel, sir. I will be appointing the volunteers here. Aussie will do it.
Why Artyom?
Because he started it all, and he better do something about it. Artyom, leap over as soon as we slow down. I will distract him in the meantime. Plastic explosion.
Is that you, Yakov?
Yes, so cut the shit, Miller. There's nowhere to go. You've never been out here. We have.
We weren't going to go far, just out of town for it until the excitement quiets down. And you just opened fire. Will you let us go if we stop?
I have to detain you and bring you back to face trial.
Alright, we're in control now. There's some loot here on the desk, but we're pretty full up as we already know. Hold the X button to sneak onto the side of this train. A couple more collectibles to get before we get to the end of this level, but we're nearly there. And another achievement that we need to work on, and that is for decoupling the train carriages along the way. Press the X button to do a good karma takedown on that guy, even though the other option is very tempting and funny, or fun, depending on how you look at it. Right, there's some loot over there on that desk, but once again, we're all full up anyway. We're going to sneak through this gap here. We're going to do a takedown on this guy here. Sorry for talking over the dialogue, but I do want to explain what we're doing. And this guy has given up because he knows that we were going to take him down anyway, which we're still going to do. You could just leave him there. Once someone's given up, they don't, change their mind. They just sit there and they just stay there. But it doesn't hurt your karma to do a non-lethal takedown on them. That way we can grab their weapon and their loot and stuff and not have to worry. And here I was just looking for this other guy's gun. I couldn't remember whether I got it or not. So now we're going to pick up diary number 9, official letter. It's just on this desk here. Make sure you grab that. Alright. Now, like I was just mentioning before, we do need to grab an achievement for decoupling the train cars. There's going to be 2 of them, and the first one's right here. So you need to push this switch here. I do believe that if you go through the door, you can't come back. So make sure you do this before you go through the door. And there's going to be one more spot where we need to do that and grab our achievement for that. Alright, so now that that's done, we can head through this door. Right, there was some more loot back there, but once again, at this part of the game, there's nothing that we can really pick up because we're not picking up things like crafting parts and stuff like that yet. More on that later in the walkthrough, very soon on the next video. Alright, but sneak through here, don't worry about the enemies behind us. And we are going to decouple this side of the train. And that is going to give us our very next achievement, or I think it's our first achievement of the game. Now, you won't see it pop for me on screen because I'd already done this over on stream on this account. And I've also done it on my other account where I've been practicing as well. So, just put my own little banner there for you guys. Go and do a couple of takedowns on these guys. Most of them will already be get taken out themselves anyway. Sneak over to this guy, do a takedown on him. Grab his loot. And that heavy breathing sound is me running out of air, but I forgot to change my filter. I was more worried about diary number 10, Crumpled Note. So make sure you grab that. And I just remembered there to change my filter. Now we're going to crawl under all these enemies. And we're about to head to the end of this first level, guys. As soon as you go through this door, just head straight towards the fire, and this little cutscene will play out, and I'll meet you guys on the other side.
Hold on!
Oh my god, Artyom! Thank goodness you're okay!
Now we are not just traitors. We are honest-to-God enemy saboteurs.
Alright, and that is the end of the level called Moscow. And we'll grab an achievement for that.
Our Geiger counters. The thing is, they are all in the green. As if they're in a conspiracy. Still, this amazing piece of news doesn't really impress anyone that much. The guys are all confused as to what to do next. And I'm just waiting for answers. And hoping the commander, whom until recently I trusted implicitly, is going to be extremely persuasive in his reasoning.
And now we move on to what I call a little interval level. Every now and then there'll be these little levels where you're usually just on the train. This particular level is called Winter. And it's basically just catching up with the crew and then moving to the next destination. So I'll just let this dialogue play out.
Where do we go from here? Yes. More or less what I expected from you. But you got the picture. So, is your counter functioning? Have you checked it?
Yes, it's all green. Double checked it. Stepan's in the green too. We don't need masks here.
So, they were telling the truth.
Who was telling the truth? Why won't you answer? Who are those people trying to kill us? Why would they shoot at you, the Order's commander? Explain something at least. You owe us that.
Well, I might as well drop the bomb now. The war did not end.
What do you mean, did not end?
Let me finish. Most of our cities are destroyed. The rest of the country is probably under enemy occupation. To avoid new nuclear attacks against us, Command chose the only viable course of action: to play dead. To ensure radio silence, the SHIELD system was created. A network of radio jammers covering Moscow and suburbs. So that some radio enthusiasts wouldn't bring more bombs down on our heads by whining on air. And it's one of these jammers that got disabled by the hands of those present here.
Could you not have shared that before? Say, before Artyom took that radio outside and caught all that radiation?
No! I only got briefed half year ago. Under a strict, you talk, you die policy. And then had to tell my people we were securing a weather station.
Sir, with all due respect, if we can't go back, maybe we should advance and move on?
I have an idea, but... Artyom, Rather than carrying on with this silent disapproval of yours, check the airwaves. We should be out of the jamming range by now, so give it your best try. Look for transmissions from the Ark.
Okay, so it's our job to look on the radio and try and find a transmission. So you hold right on the D-pad to interact with this radio, and then you're pressing left and right on the left thumbstick to try and find a station or something. Pretty sure this almost is automatic, but you can actually find it yourself. I think it's a little bit further to the right.
What are you talking about?
The Moscow Defense Command. Have you ever heard of the invisible...
Thought I nearly had it there. But it's fair to say I haven't quite figured it out. But there it is. And now the cutscene will continue.
Wait a moment, what was that?
Rally point location is code 181.
Listen, everyone.
79. Area 18-5. I repeat, proceed to the rally point. Rally point location is code 181.
Where is that number supposed to...
Area 18-5.
So it is somewhere around here. The Yamantau Mountain. So the route from here should go like this. This is our goal.
So, is this what you had in mind?
Yes, this is it. The Ark Project is a whole city underground. Enormous stores, machines, the best experts. It is the Commander General's HQ. All of the country's leaders are there. They have already started the restoration work. We will tell them that Moscow is alive. It wasn't all for nothing. Everything will change. Everything. Do you get it? A new life is starting for all the survivors of the war.
By the way, are there any single women in that place?
Great reaction. So I think the moment calls for... Bring it out to me.
Bring what out, Colonel? Sir?
That thing that's been sloshing about in your canteen. You think I'm deaf or what?
That. Just a moment. I thought my ears were deceiving me.
It's not a short trip to the Urals, so we should make ourselves comfortable, I guess. Let's name this bucket of bolts at the very least, eh?
It's about time.
Let's call her Anna and be done with it.
Nah, go to hell. Even better. Oh, come
How about
on.
Aurora, the Roman goddess of dawn and a cruiser of, you know what?
That's better.
Not bad. I like it.
Ah, beautiful name. Sounds okay, but the cruiser of what?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
And there's an achievement for the crew naming our train the Aurora. Another 15 gamer score there. All very simple so far.
John, let's take a look at that map.
All right, we had a round. That should be enough. You're back. Full steam ahead.
Hi. Full steam ahead.
Wow, that's some distance. I wonder how long it will take.
Really? Okay, and we're finally back in control here. And to end the level, all we need to do is interact with that map. But before we can do that, we want to grab the one and only collectible available here on the winter level. We need to wait for Anna to move, so we'll go and have a chat to old mate Miller for a second.
Yes, I didn't stop you from going outside. Yes, I tried to talk you out of it. Yes, I didn't tell you you're not the only ones to survive. But even I didn't have the clearance. And not back then. This is a state secret. Do you understand? I've been granted clearance only after a fight to protect the D6. They said they needed me to teach their recruits because the war was still on.
Blah, 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 Miller.
I was shocked. What did our people in D6 die for? What did I lose my legs for? But I understood. Because the war was still on. Security was paramount. Our people would have understood. So please, do the same. You would have spilled the beans to everyone.
He's still not finished.
You're a goddamn Prometheus, a messiah. You must lead the people out of the caves. lives. Do you think you would have saved anyone? Remember that jammer? What if Moscow has been found out because of you? What if there are missiles inbound?
Oh, calm down, Miller.
And there's definitely a lot of those up ahead.
Are you going to move, Anna? Anna, I need to go past. Excuse me, Anna. Thank you. Alright, diary number 11. Survey report. Right here on top of this crate here. There we go. Pause the video if you want to have a read. Alright, let's have a quick chat to Tokarev. He's like our quartermaster, our weapons man.
There's a goal to strive for because of you. We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can count on us. Yeah, yes. As for me, I'm running a little inventory check. It is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench. So that's all the instruments we get, and everything else would be within arm's reach. With no workbench, you just lose small components. We'll use this place to work on their weapons. Cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing with my stuff.
I like this guy, but he's letting us know about a few things that are coming up.
We'll manage. So, if you find
More about that. Oh, he's not done. I don't think he ever shuts up, to be honest. But anyway, guys, I can't keep listening to this guy. We've got to end the video here, guys. I want to give a really, really big thank you to everyone that's supporting me over on Patreon. I can't make these guides without support that I get over there. And if you don't support me there, that's okay as well. But if you want to go and have a look, don't forget there's a link in my video description. Oh, before we move on though, let's get one more achievement here. I almost forgot. Go sit down and then interact with the radio. And if you can find a song playing, you're going to grab an achievement here. Now, I don't think I did this one in stream, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long, and we'll grab an achievement. And also a big thank you to everyone who's watching the video. I'm going to be working on these videos as quickly as I can. They do take a while. Awesome, there's the achievement. Join us on air, just 5 gamer score. They do take a while to make, so please be patient. I'll get them out as quick as I can. Support the videos by giving a thumbs up, posting comments. Obviously, subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And once again, check out my Patreon page if you want to help me make more guides like this. Yeah, but that's about it, guys. As soon as we interact with the map over here, that will end the level. And I will see you guys at the next level. We'll start the next video right here before starting the level. Once again, I want to thank everyone for watching. I love this game. I love making these guides. I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will catch you all next time.